I am an inner light practitioner, a vibrational awareness coach. I support people to access the inner light that is within us, that rests beyond all of the discord that we might feel within our mind and within the world. So any lack of peace whatsoever is not a natural state. I love to use very playful tools. It makes life so much more enjoyable when we're thinking about the joy and the fun rather than some thought forms that might feel less than peaceful to us. And so here we go. One thing is to think of all of these tools as a key into our heart, as a key into our inner light and into our awareness. So everything we explore here and everything that's known within you is a key. Your intuition is always a key to a higher state of awareness or enlightenment. So the first thing I want to show you is this beautiful, beautiful artistic rendering of the heart torus that extends. It's an electromagnetic field that extends out from our heart. It's been measured as up to 5,000 times more powerful than the electromagnetic field that surrounds our brain, that emanates from our brain. A really delightful tool that I love using frequently to show the energetic fields that we're immersed within at all times and we're affecting by our thoughts, where we're placing our very focused intentions and what we might call our feelings. So each of these little things you see in the Jello is a person. So maybe choose one of those as yourself, and maybe the other is a friend, either a friend you get along really, really well with, or maybe it's someone who you have some interesting interactions with. And if we make these exercises more personal to us, it's easier to really integrate the information that's coming in. So it's really fun to make this very experiential. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to jiggle the Jello, and you'll be able to see the waves of energy. And every jiggle is really affecting everyone else. So we're all always being affected by each other's energy and how we show up in the world. And we hear a lot of talk about this, our collective consciousness, or controlling our own energy, or helping others to feel more peaceful. And how we do this actually is maintaining our own still core within ourself. This is the realm of the inner light within us. And if we're constantly responding to the energetic impulses around us, life can feel fairly discordant to very, very, very upsetting. And we see this a lot maybe with autistic children, autistic adults, or any time we're just not feeling quite ourself. We might find ourselves becoming a little bit more irritable, a little bit more frustrated. And as we realize, the more we're willing to center ourselves, go to that happy place inside of us, then as we're affecting this energy, it's a very, very uplifting effect. We find that we're not blaming ourselves, we're not judging other people, we're simply aware of this flow of energy that we are and that we are immersed within at all times. And we're immersed with an incredible wonder that we barely perceive because of all of these busy thoughts in our mind and how we distract and occupy ourselves sort of away from who we really are in this joy and peace that rests within us and that will bring forth in creative endeavor. So play around with the Jello, and if you're interested in recreating this, I can give you this information as well. My website is trustingourinnerlight.org, or just make some Jello and put some people or some fruit in it and play with it and pretend that those little beings inside the Jello are you and your friends and your coworkers. This is a tool called a ROMP, a random oscillating magnetic pendulum, and it's brilliant and so much fun to show these fields that we're immersed within and that we are. So we are actually much larger than our physical body. we are made up of these fields of energy that extend far beyond our physical form. And these fields can be photographed. We've been able to do this for a long time, and science proves what mystics and enlightened beings have been sharing with us for a long time. Imagine yourself as this pendulum magnet. So this is a magnet, and that is you, and that these are people that are close to you, or colleagues, classmates, organizational service groups you belong to, anything that comes to your mind. I think these tools serve us best when we apply them to our own relationships and interactions and alchemy with other people and other personalities. It could be also animals or objects, things that you really love, and always having a resonance, an attraction, or a dissonance, a repulsion. And we feel this within us. So the inner light is always providing us with information. We just are learning how to be more discerning rather than judging with regard to what the information is that we're receiving. So what we do, again, is imagine this is yourself, and I'm going to release it, and watch how it dances. There are fields surrounding, and all of these fields are interacting right now, even though they're invisible to us. And this is going to have a very fun play among those fields, and then it's going to align itself with a particular magnet. Isn't that great? Now I'm going to remove this magnet and do the same thing. So imagine this, you're walking in and out of groups all the time, in and out of interactions, and it's having a little bit, it's not really aligning with any of the magnets. That's fascinating. I've actually never seen that happen before. So it's sort of found a balance between two of the magnets, and maybe between more. My mind is saying between these two, but this is again where we need to be very careful about what I'm seeing with my eyes regarding what's going on, and that there's probably a lot more going on that I'm not seeing. So we can contemplate these sorts of things as we move through our days. So I have a couple of other tools, lots of other tools actually, lots of tools. So this beautiful, fun pink ball is filled with sparkling light. Just little specks, this little sparkles that we've seen everywhere, and if you shake it up, they're all intermingling. So I use this often to remind ourselves that we are all sparks of light. We are all beautiful and brilliant. We're interacting all the time, whether or not we're conscious of this. We all know the saying, if a butterfly flaps its wings here in the US, that we feel it in China, and all of these wonderful, every single action and thought we have has an effect. And as we understand that this is the creative power, that this is the source power, the inner light power that we all have, then we become much more willing to watch our mind and reconsider some of the thoughts that might be going through our mind. And what we actually are thinking about the world is what we're teaching ourselves that we think about ourselves. Because the world is actually a reflection of what's in the collective mind that we're a part of. We're not ever separate. So thank you so much for joining in today, and I hope you have an amazing day and trust your inner light your whole life.